Got enemies, got a lot of enemies, got a lot of people trying to drain me of my energy.
10 times Drake has ended rappers' careers. Back to back. Back to Back is the second of Drake's responses to Meek Mill following his allegations of ghostwriting in 2015. Via a now deleted tweet, the title refers to the second diss track in a week. It came just 4 days after Drake dissed Meek Mill on Charged Up.
Hey, I waited 4 days, where y'all at?
As well as the Toronto Blue Jays winning back-to-back championships. Drake, being a Canadian, is a big Toronto Blue Jays fan, making this song have a hidden double meaning. True to his word, Drake performed the song live at OVO Fest accompanied by fan-made memes that dissed Meek Mill. A move taken straight from the Jay-Z playbook. This is widely considered as the point where Drake won the beef. The song cover shows Joe Carter of Drake's hometown team, the Toronto Blue Jays, after he hit the winning home run for the 1993 World Series against Meek Mill's home team, the Philadelphia Phillies. The Blue Jays won the year before in 1992, earning the back-to-back titles. Carter with the Twitter that personally thanked Drake for using his picture as the cover art. Back to Back was nominated in the Best Rap Performance category at the 2016 Grammy Awards, the first diss track to do so. This diss track was one of Drake's best because not only was it nominated for an award, but it pretty much ended Meek Mill for the time being. Sure, Drizzy and Meek still have feuds, but this diss was the one that shut Meek Mill down. The only dead beats is the beats I've been rapping to. 8 out of 10. This line comes from Drake's new album in which he disses Pusha T many times. However, these lyrics were ones we had to include because of how fire they are. After months of questions, disses, and rumors, Drake denies rumors of poor parenting, all while bragging about his beat package on 8 out of 10. When Pusha T called Drake a deadbeat dad on Adonis, one of the more revealing tracks in modern rap history, Drake remained uncharacteristically silent. No response to this, no Instagram post, and definitely no press release. Until recently, there was no words on Drake's son or why he kept the secret. On 8 out of 10, Drake assures fans that he's not an absent father, but also doesn't really say much else about it. It's a quick response on a topic that held fans captive for months. Definitely a good one by Drake. 6 p.m. in New York. Drake continues his third installment in this series following 9 a.m. in Dallas and 5 a.m. in Toronto. This hookless track features Drake attacking several figures in the rap game for 4 minutes straight, including a seething critic of Tyga. Tyga called Drake out on Twitter after listening to the track, but then promptly deleted it. All that sneak dissing is weak. Just pull up. I know where you live, and you know my address. You've been ducking the fade from Brown. Tyga, who recently left Young Money in a huff, had been taking shots at Drake and the label's other bigger stars in the process. Drake dedicated a few bars to Tyga, but the one that really stuck was a punchline about Tyga's relationship with Kylie Jenner, who was 17 at the time.
You need to act your age and not your girl's age.
This was a savage line on Drake's part that in a way shut Tyga down for the time being. While the two haven't had much beef since, it's safe to say that Drake almost ended Tyga's career here. Duppy freestyle. Duppy freestyle takes shots at good music artists Pusha T and Kanye West. The word Duppy is the Jamaican patois for ghost. Kanye released an album with Kid Cudi on June 8th titled Kids See Ghost. The song was released the same day as Pusha T's Daytona in response to his track Infrared, which brought up Drake's alleged ghostwriter Quentin Miller.
How could you ever right these wrongs when you don't even write your songs?
It was written like Nas, but it came from Quentin. Drake posted on Instagram a few hours after the release of this song. He sent subliminals to Pusha T captioning, "You're welcome," under a picture of a bill OVO is sending to Good Music and Def Jam for $100,000. The cause of this bill is promotional assistance and career reviving. He dropped the story of Adidon as a response 4 days after Duppy freestyle. This entire song is based on Pusha T, and this just absolutely goes in on the rapper. There are too many lines to cover, so here's a short example of the diss. This is one we had to include because of the recent beef between Pusha and Drake and just how crazy the song plays out.
So if you rebuke me for working with someone else on a couple of V's, I've done things for him I thought that he never would need. Father had to stretch his hands out and get it from me.
Stay Schemin'. Stay Schemin' is a single by American rapper Rick Ross, featuring Drake and French Montana. It was released on his 2012 mixtape, Rich Forever. The track was released as a digital download from iTunes on April 17, 2012. However, Drake has some lines in the song that take shots at Common. Common dissed Drake in the song Sweet, something at first he denied, and then grudgingly admitted. Specifically in the line, "It bothers me when the gods get to acting like broads." Drake is firing back at Common. The line establishes the verse as Drake's counterpunch and indicates that Common is acting like a woman. The acting word is a nod to Common's burgeoning career as a thespian. The phrasing also gives Common respect for what he's done in the rap game. Just calling him a for what he's doing now. In an interview with XXL, Drake talked about his verse saying, obviously the whole tension with the whole camp has been brewing for a long time, and that this was the first time someone had called me out personally. I reacted in a very poised way. First of all, I made sure it would run in the club because that's more painful than anything, as opposed to just being on a blog. I wanted to be a record that you would have stand around and hear every night for a few months. That was my whole strategy going into that. Instead of sounding hurt and malicious, I wanted to sound fun. Get my shit off. Like I said, if it happens again, not that I want it, not that I welcome it. I really enjoy writing bars, man. I'm not nervous about anyone saying anything to me. Well, Drake, you did a good job getting your message off. He's also said that after hearing Common's response, he thought to himself, I think I came away with a W on that one. I mean, come on. Who's heard of the rapper Common? I think it's safe to say that Drake blew Common out of here. Exposed. Voice diss. This diss features a track sample from Ghostface, Killa, featuring Neo, Back Like That. Drake fully dishes the dirt on Voice because of his lack of loyalty. Drake raps about sympathizing with Voice as they were once friends. However, he does so in a playful, sarcastic manner. Voice has gotten himself into some trouble, trying to be a gangster rapper. He was attempting to be hard by saying a lot of hurtful things about Drake and friends, most notably, Boyda. Instead of boosting his thug image, it set him back. The outcome was this song, loss of friends, and to be viewed as a disloyal snake. To play with your friends is one thing. To say harsh things in the presence of others who barely know him is harsh. Also, threatening to harm Drake. Although Drake can take a threat, he cannot stand betrayal. Drake continues to call Voice out for being tiny and not up to par with any rappers. This diss track definitely set Voice off as he didn't respond with much. All in all, Drake came out with a nice W here.
Listen, Slim Fast, we all know that the only time that you're raising up the shooters in the gym class. This ain't doomsday, this the day that's after.
No Shopping. No Shopping is a single by American rapper French Montana from his mixtape MC4. The track features a guest appearance from Toronto-based rapper Drake. Drake takes multiple shots at Joe Budden, namely accusing him of being a one-hit wonder with his track Pump It Up.
Pump it up if you came to get it drunk with a dame and shit it drunk, you came to get it on.
And combating Budden's views critique, Budden released 2 Drake diss tracks in anticipation of his song Making a Murderer Part 1 and Wake. He dropped Afraid, his response to No Shopping, just hours after it was released. Interestingly, however, in an interview with MTV, French Montana denied claims that Drake dissed Budden on this song. I don't think we did that record thinking about Joe Budden. We were thinking about drinking, having fun, enjoying life, and just making a record about that. Montana also stated, me and Drake were supposed to do a song together like 2 years ago now, but he was working on his album and I was working on mine, and we always had something going on. We finally got the time. Me and Drake got in the studio together to record this. We had a party the night before and the night after we recorded. Drake, while Montana likes to deny the claim, definitely threw some shots out at Budden. What he said was pretty dirty, and this song deserves a spot on our list for sure.
Pump it up. She got a good head on her, but I pump it up. I'm not a one-hit wonder, they know all my stuff. You let me turn into the nigga that you almost was. I done seen a lot of shit and I done been in things.
4 p.m. in Calabasas. This diss is interesting because Drake throws a jab at Puff Daddy, Joe Budden, and Meek Mill. He interpolates several Puff Daddy catchphrases, including Can't Nobody Hold Me Down, Can't Stop, Won't Stop, and I'ma Make You Dance to This. Not only does Drizzy come out with some fire lines, but he was also able to include multiple disses for each one of these rappers. The song is a continuation of his AM/PM series, following a 9 a.m. in Dallas, a 5 a.m. in Toronto, and a 6 p.m. in New York. This addition to the series takes place in Calabasas, California, which happens to be the location of a home Drake owns and identifies as the safe house. He often spends time there to seclude himself and escape from the media and tensions of the rap game. Interestingly, we had another time series song on the list, 6 p.m. in New York, which also features a diss. Many people don't know how Drake and Diddy had beef, but in December of 2014, Diddy claimed Drake stole the 0 to 100 beat. Diddy reportedly got physical with Drake outside of a Miami nightclub. Diddy later clarified that he originally sent the beat for Drake to ghostwrite over, but he kept it for himself. This song is definitely another deserving a spot on the list for the fire diss lines.
Can't nobody hold me down, especially not right now. Certain it's just too wild to reconcile.
5 a.m. in Toronto. Once again, another installment into Drake's Time series. This song, which was the 9 a.m. in Dallas sequel, was dropped in anticipation of Drizzy's third album, Nothing Was the Same, notably shedding light on the beef between The Weeknd and Drake. Drizzy starts off reminding doubters for his record-breaking accomplishments, rapping, "You underestimate greatly, most number ones ever. How long did it really take me? The part I love the most is they need me more than they hate me. So they never take shots. I got everybody on safety." Drake's one-time collaborator, The Weeknd, may also be a target on the track, because I show love, never get the same out of... It's funny how money can make change out of... Drizzy raps. This line refers to how Drake has shown love to other artists in the hip-hop community, but many have not reciprocated and shown any love back, most notably The Weeknd, who rejected a recording contract offered to him by Drake and YMCMB. Drake isn't happy with this as he feels he's done a lot to boost The Weeknd's career, such as tweeting his lyrics and even featuring him. Drake didn't take this lightly and had some words to say, almost ending The Weeknd.
You underestimated greatly. Most number ones ever. How long did it really take me?
Directed towards Aristo. This was probably one of Drake's last diss tracks after he stated he didn't have time to respond to any more beef. Everyone featured on this diss track has been affected by Aristo in some way. Aristo was really never famous. Neither was Drake at the time this track came out. Drake single-handedly retired Aristo, no doubt. The last line Drake raps pretty much sums up the whole reason for this track. Good riddance, Aristo. I just retired you.
You got money, you little liar, you, but I don't admire you. Short tell tall tales. Good riddance, Aristo. I just retired you.
Interestingly, Drake thought this track would be the last of his few diss tracks at the time. However, as we know, he's still got many more to come. This diss may not be the craziest because Aristo isn't a big artist, but it marks the beginning of a new wave for Drake, so we had to include it on the list. Also, I guess you could say that Drake shut down and ended Aristo's career because, well, who even knows this guy?
Just another reminder to enter the iPhone 10 giveaway we have going on. All you guys need to do is subscribe, turn on post notifications, drop a like, and comment the hidden message in the video.